Hi everyone. I know it's been a while since I have been back, and I'm excited to bring you an unboxing. Now, I don't usually do unboxings because I don't buy a lot of things. I'm not an impulse buyer and I just don't want to have a lot of stuff, but every now and then there's something I've been looking at for, in this case, a year that I have really been wanting to get, and so I am excited about this. So I got this package yesterday from Dick Blick. It's an art supply. I really like them. And I have been wanting these pencils for a very long time. So I just want to show you what's here. So the first thing is the Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor pencils. These are my very favorite colored pencils. I first used them maybe 30 years ago, and I love these pencils so much. And mine are all down to just short little nubs. Some of them I've actually had to throw away because I could no longer sharpen them. Oh, I get so excited about it because I absolutely love these pencils. They have a really sort of creamy consistency. And I'll tell you, when you lay these down, it's just so buttery and so creamy, and they just are fabulous. So this is the other orange there. And you can get these in so many different colors. These are the ones I use the most. This is the set of 24, and they're just vibrant and beautiful. And so this is something that I've used so much of over the years that I know them well. Now I got a few extra pencils beyond the set, because the interesting thing about a lot of the Lyra Rembrandt sets is they don't include purples. And so there were a couple of purples and that I decided to get, because you'll see, you know, if you look at the colors here, there just aren't any purples. And so I got these as well. And so I'm going to just lay these down so you can see. That one's called Dark Violet. This one is Delft Blue. So that's a shade of blue that is not in the original set. And then we've got this one is called Light Violet. So we've got Dark Violet, Light Violet, and this one is Magenta. I'm going to throw that in there. So that picks up that kind of pinky violet. So those are the Lyra pencils. I've been so excited for those to come, but that's not what I've been thinking about for a year. Let's move those out of the way. So what is here that I'm really excited about? When my mother passed away, I still have a hard time even talking about that. We got just a small amount of money from a small life insurance policy that she had, and I thought, what would she want me to get? And she would want me to get something that I would enjoy and that would promote art. And so I got the Derwent Inktense pencils. This is the 72 kit. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at this. And so there's a little booklet about it, about different surfaces that these pencils can be used on. So this is an ink pencil. So what they did is they took India ink in several different colors, and they took dry India ink and put it into a pencil so that you can use it like a colored pencil, and then you activate it with water, and that ink then acts like ink, and once it dries becomes permanent. So this is the 72. So look at those beautiful colors. I love it. And then down here we've got some of the, I guess you would call more nature colors, the greens, the browns, the grays. But beautiful, beautiful pencils. So let's go ahead and give those a try too. So I just have a piece of just, you know, regular cardstock. This one feels like it's probably an 80 or 90 pound cardstock. Now let's look at some of those colors too. So Oh, that feels nice. This goes down a little bit more grainy, but you'll see what happens. Let's get that one, and then let's put in a little bit of this kind of corally. Oh, these are, they actually go down smoother than I had anticipated. So we're going to just kind of blend those across. And now let's use the water to activate. Okay, so I just have a little bottle of water. I'm just going to spritz those. And now look at that. Oh man, that is beautiful. And then you can come in with a brush and start to work that. And then they act almost like watercolor. Now the thing that's interesting, look how that just comes in so solid. It's so beautiful. The thing that's interesting about these, of course, is once that dries the first time, that is set and it will not fade. It won't lift. Again, you can't come in and reactivate it. So they're different from watercolors in that. So there's kind of that benefit of those. And they do bleed through, it looks like. So just be aware of that, because when they dry, they are permanent. You use them a little differently, but then that also makes it so that you can use them on different materials. You can use them on paper, ceramic, fabric, and then it also says to try wood, rubber, pebbles, and cardboard. So another way that you can use these pencils, other than putting the pencil down and then adding the water, you can also just use water, pick it up on the end of your pencil. Ooh, look how you can get a nice splatter. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's kind of fun. But you can also pick it up that way. And then it moves more like watercolor would. And as long as it's still wet, they will still blend. But once it dries, it's permanent. I'm really kind of having fun with that whole splatter thing. That's really fun. So then another thing that I want to do as part of that playing with the color is to swatch them out so I can actually see exactly what colors are what. And I can see that the color coming out is very close to the color at the end, though maybe not exact. So I'm just going to go quite dark. Yeah, now look at this one. Okay, this looks very orange, yet the color that's here does not quite match exactly. So I'm just going to go through and create this so that I can tell, because if I'm using the color at the end of the pencil, that might not be quite as exact as I would like it to be. So you can see as I'm doing this, I'm going darker on top, lighter at the bottom. Okay, I've swatched everything except this line of greens because I'm so excited about those. Those are some of my favorite colors. And this has been so interesting because when these colors go down, like look at this row of browns and the variations of color. When several of these went down, they looked very much the same. And it wasn't until I added the water that the warmer browns came through, the red tones came through, the purple tones. So don't just trust what you see there, trust your swatching. So I wanted to do this row of greens and blues because it's just been so interesting to watch what happens with each of these. And so as I've been doing this, one thing with the blacks, when I came through and was doing the grays and the blacks, they all looked very much the same. The colors, it's this or that black. But can you see, like this is the, if you do watercolor or if you do oils or anything, you know that there's a color called Payne's Gray that is kind of a bluish gray. That's exactly how that came out. These colors are very true to fine art colors, artists' artist quality colors that you are used to seeing. And so like in here with these greens, as I activate them, we're starting to get into that beautiful, that viridian green. That's one of my favorite colors. And those greens are coming out. You can see subtle differences between these. And it's just a whole different world once you activate them with the color. So you can use them like this without the water, of course. Of course, if what you're doing your work on gets damp, it's going to change it. But look how some of those, now we're getting into we're going from the bluer greens into the more yellow greens. It's just so pretty how these come out. Now, one other thing I'm noticing is that if I'm coloring with the pencil, you do get a little bit of those lines and the graininess. But look at these as I move up. If I color lighter and then come in with the water, the more I mix, the more those lines go away. But also if I have colored darker, then it covers up those lines and there is no graininess once you get into those colors mixed. So those are beautiful. I love the lime greens, the olive greens, such a variation of color. I love them. Now, they do also include a white pencil, and they're calling it an outliner. Those do not react with water. And so just know that those are part of that set. A white, I guess, for highlights, and then an outliner that feels like a sort of a sketch pencil. So there you go. There they are, all swatched out and then activated with water. I love that. Let me real quickly bring back in this thing that I did that I activated with water. And it's not quite dry, but pretty close. And let's see if any of these will react. See how they, you can see the color darken a little because the paper is getting wet, but that color is not moving anywhere. So very fun. I'm going to, when all is said and done, I will go through and label these, and then I will keep that right here in this box so that I can refer to that when I'm choosing colors. And so I'm really excited that I got them. I hope my mom is glad I got them. It's so fun to have these things. Sometimes just to spur your creativity, it's good to get something new to try out and experiment with. But remember, when it comes right down to it, people always matter more than things, and we'll see you next time.